be organized. Yes, this is Andrea, the Sensible Lady. I am the co-founder and the CEO of Declares Delight for Life. I help put the sensible in sensible and help you declutter the clutter in your life. And if you can't guess, I am not at home. I'm away from home again. I'm here away at the ocean, taking a break, but you're here with me, and that's really happy, and I'm really to have you on board. I'm really hope that you really enjoyed my journey of my dealing with my MP3, because for a lot of us it's really a big deal to have to deal with so much trauma, but then we learn to have a heartfelt life. And I'm going to answer that question that I posed to you guys as we go along. You know, a heartfelt life has much to give to it. A heartfelt life is organized, it has a sense of purpose, it has a sense of well being, it has a sense of who you are. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy. There are many, I say, organized things to it. I know for myself that, when I came out of being a multiple and started decluttering my home and decluttering my life, I started really feeling that heartfelt feeling. And that was great because I started feeling love and compassion for myself and not feeling like a hollow shell. And for someone who come from such a bit difficult background of being multiple personalities and being shattered, yeah, I was shattered into about 90 pieces of glass, as I've explained, probably 90 plus. But that glass came together. It's not perfect, but the whole thing is that when I started feeling heartfelt feelings for myself, I started feeling like I had self worth, and my life started becoming much organized instead of disorganized. You know, so many of us in life look at ourselves as unlovable and not having some sense of purpose and not knowing where to go. Because if you feel unlovable, you don't feel any sense of purpose. A lot of times your life is in chaos. You don't have direction. You don't know who loves you. You're suspicious of people. You feel like that, nobody loves you. Maybe your family, what you think of as your friends, even the people that you hang around with make a difference. Because if you feel like you're unlovable, you don't feel like you are special, that you can hang around with good people or positive people. You feel like only people you can hang around with are negative people, people that draw you down. And that's all you feel that you're worth, is to be around those kind of people. And I'm here to say no. No, you don't have to feel that way. Because if you want to have a love filled, organized life, that is a beautiful thing. And I want you to know that no, no matter what, we all have, excuse me, my partner's having a cold today and he's coughing a little bit, so have to excuse that. But we all get sick at one time or another, and I love him dearly, and we all get sick, and we're all human beings having to deal with sickness at one time or another, especially Mr. Cold. We all have that sometimes. So I only thing I can say about this to him is achoo. So, going back to a heartfelt, organized life, when I look at my life, that when I started loving myself, I started attracting so many great things into my life. You might call it the law of attraction. Like attracts like. Think about that. Like attracts like in your life. Love attracts love. Organization attracts organization. And the two go hand in hand because when you intertwine those, I know for myself, when I started loving myself, I started wanting to get rid of stuff and not hold on to the past. We all hold on to the past or somewhat of the past because our past is what brought us to this moment. But we don't have to live in the past. I like to tell myself for this year that I cut the boats. I had all that negativity, all that stuff, and you know what? I says, you know what? I don't need it anymore. I cut the boats. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I don't want to turn back. I've got a whole life in front of me, so I cut the boats. So what can I do for you guys tonight? I would definitely welcome any feedback from you guys because it it would make for great hearing from you. Many times in our life we question who we are. When our life is a mess and we feel unlovable and our life is not organized, we feel like the world is spinning around us like an old top. And the only way to get off that spinning wheel is to step off of it and to look around and realize where we're at. But the only way you can do that is to take that first step. I know for myself that when I took that first step of decluttering my home and the 30,000 pieces of paper that I've talked about before, is that I had to realize in my own life that that physical representation represented my own life and the disorganization that represented and the lack of self-love for myself. So I look at all these different things. One thing leads in to another. What kind of solution can we come up for dealing with this problem? Yeah, problem is, what I'm going to call it for now. This is a big problem, I know, for a lot of folks out there. And I want you guys to have some sort of solution because if you have some sort of solution, then you know where you're going. And knowing where you're going down that pathway definitely ensures that you are what you are. That opening question is, what is self love and organization about to you? Well, I'm going to tell about it, what it means to me. Well, what it means to me is organization and self love mean that when my life is in tune, I love myself, I can organize self, I can write easily, I can relax, I can do all sorts of great stuff. But when those things are out of sync, I can't do any of that. So, from me to you, that's how I feel about that first question I posed to you because I feel like I need to answer the same question I give to you guys. So, I want you guys to think about the same question also. you know, Back to finding solutions for dealing with this problem. I want you to think. I'd love for you guys to get down some pencils and paper, and we're going to come work through this together tonight on this Facebook Live. I'm hoping that this, opens some love and compassion for yourself and some organization for yourself, because I think, if you can do that, you will be able to do what you want in life. And I can only say that, that one, you know, how do you feel about yourself? What is the thing that is blocking you from self love about yourself? What is that one thing, or a couple things that are blocking you from your own self love? Write those down. And then, two, how is that blocking you from being able to do some organization in your life? Think about those questions, because if you can think about that, then you can think about question two. And question three, if you can put your heart and your head together and not separate the two, because you can't live in your head, because if you live in your head, a lot of times your head gives you the wrong answers and it has no sense of clue about what's going on in your life. And mostly your gut or your heart knows what's going on truly. So you got to connect the two. My third question to you is, what is it going to take for you to connect your heart and head? And I want you to take 3 to 6 steps to do that. And if you can do that for yourself, you'll definitely discover a lot about yourself that you never thought possible. And it will definitely be a big help for yourself. I know, I like to provide this information to you guys because I think it's important that you have some tools to be able to go by to figure things out, because I know for myself, nobody gave me tools to figure out about my hoarding or my disorganization or my lack of self-love or all sorts of things in my life. That's why I'm here for you, and I'm here to be giving you some great stuff coming up, and we're going to be having it for you. And what can I say? That life is way too short, because we are all want to live. We all want to live with love and great organization in our life. We all want to live to our true selves and to being our true selves, because you know what? When we're doing that, you never know what's going to happen. And from me to you, I look forward to your messages on Messenger, and you can reach me at the email ddflrocks@gmail.com, or Andrea at 84thstreetrocks.com, just like it sounds. And for those who came in late, I'm hoping that you love the replay of this, because it is a great one. Definitely the night before was a really great one. I gave you my story on being a multiple. And there's nothing to be afraid of people who are multiples, because people who are multiples, they're just people who've been through a lot of trauma. And because of their traumas as a child, split into many pieces, and the pieces are just memories, and they became parts that seem to be like people. That's all it is. And as they heal, they come apart and become part of a whole. And for me, having gone through all that muck, I became one person and I healed. I'm still healing each and every day. I still have a lot. I do prayer and meditation and exercise and prayer, and just having to keep my head in the right space, and talking to you guys and holding my head high and realizing that each and every day is a great day. I have a life that I never thought possible. I've had a lot of tragedy, a lot of bad stuff, but that's life. We all have life. Sometimes life throws us curveballs. Sometimes others have harder lives than others. But what matters is that persistence and faith. And I want to let you guys know that that persistence and faith not only means just for you, but you projecting it to others. And with that, I wish you a great Declarer's Delight for life. Have hope and peace and tranquility and love and compassion, and let there be peace in your life and blessings to you all. And let your life be love and organization